They call him the Towering Inferno.
A left hook landed for Lubin. Oh my goodness, down goes Lubin.
Standing close to 6'6". He's the tallest super welterweight champion in the world.
Look how, like...
A reach advantage few can solve relentless pace.
Who's had the advantage, Joe, over the first two? Oh, he to stop this fight. He's looking very close. He's a great referee. He'll protect the fighter in here. He's ready to stop. There it is.
Fundora's a machine. He's never stopped.
Knockout power in both hands.
It was mercifully stopped.
That was October 2024, and there is from Fundora. Perfectly timed. Right in the chin, right in the center. Down goes Tim Su.
And never in a boring fight.
Exude heart, passion, and this. What a rivalry. Something may be up with a...
This is the rise of Sebastion Fundora. Welcome back to Fighting is Art.
My height is at a stable size, and now I'm growing anymore. I don't think I'm growing anymore. I'm not drinking any more milk, so.
What she's doing right now is nothing new. We had these dreams since we were her age. So.
Boxing is always going to be a big thing in the Fundora family. We have like that dog in us.
Born on December 28, 1997, Sebastion Fundora grew up in a household where boxing wasn't a dream. It was routine. Raised by his father, Freddie Fundora, a former fighter and trainer, the gym was part of daily life, shared from an early age with his sister Gabriella, who would go on to become an undisputed world champion.
Well, I was like maybe 5'7", 5'5", around there, and then I hit 8th grade and 6'1", 6'2" right away.
In his early teens, a sudden growth spurt pushed Fundora to close to 6'6", an extreme frame for a future super welterweight. Rather than change direction, his family adapted boxing to his body, building a style around distance, leverage, and awkward angles in a division not built for someone his size.
Sebastion, the Towering Inferno Fundora.
Fundora turned professional at 18, choosing to learn his craft under real pressure. In just his 9th professional fight, Fundora faced undefeated prospect Sean Owens, and from the opening bell, it turned into a war.
Go Argentina in Uruguay. Excited about making his national television debut also. Sean Owens from right here in Minneapolis, who states that his plan is to chop the tree down of the 6'6". Immediately, Owens coming out very strong and trying to get on the inside and throwing a lot of heat.
Yeah, he came to work. He said he likes to fight on the inside, and that's what he's doing, all right.
Very different stylistic matchup. I feel like Fundora should be competitor of the Towering Inferno from Samson Lukowicz, who incidentally happens to be one of his handlers. A big shot there by Fundora, an uppercut that got through the guard. And Fundora,
he's dropping those uppercuts in there nice, and he's getting a lot of leverage on it because of his height. So, you know, it's just right there. It's almost like a straight punch for him.
Sean Owens, a stablemate of Jamal James with as much frequency as he did in the first minute of the fight.
Yeah, if you look at him, the rounds go on.
A right hook to the body by Fundora. He has good placement on his punches as well, Robert.
Yes, and then also
looking impressive here in round 1. And he's willing to fight at close distance. A big right uppercut there by Fundora. They are both heavy onslaughts in this early going. A right hook followed by a left uppercut and bodywork by Fundora.
Yes, Fundora's doing a great job though in there, and he's really relaxed and composed. I think Owens, you know, being his hometown, he has that pressure and he's trying to get that knockout, and he's trying very hard.
Owens is close to possibly going down. Hooks in abundance by Fundora. Sebastion Fundora towering over Owens, and Owens remains upright. That's the end of round.
No, he's taking a lot of leather on the inside, and man, he needs to really change that.
And with the way I'm seeing out of one, and now Fundora backs up Owens. And Owens looking to close it. There's a big right hook that connected by Fundora. Now he's letting his hands go on. Big straight left by Fundora. Owens is hurt under a minute left. Can Fundora bring it into the night of Sean Owens? A big straight left by Fundora. A laser straight left hand by Fundora. And Owens is not defending himself. He turned his back, but then he threw a left hook. Another left hook there. Harry Miswell watching Owens. A right uppercut there. Will Owens survive the round? Oh my goodness. Punches and punches by Fundora. Owens upright, and this one is over.
After a sustained barrage, Fundora scored his first victory under the PBC banner in emphatic fashion.
Towering Inferno has his night as the Towering Inferno Fundora.
4 months later, Fundora returned against Antonio Arista.
Who is 20 years of age. Trainer is his father, Freddy Fundora.
Fundora controlled Arista with his reach and relentless output.
But goodness. And Fundora with the straight left. Actually like his punch selection is
work to get out. Definitely with the right hand, left hook right there for Arista.
Fundora on the inside. Nice combination hook, straight left. Another.
See who comes out and get right back to it. That's what it's about.
Big
and
straight left by Fundora. We heard that in the broadcast position.
That hurt him. That hurt him. If he steps back and uses his reach, he can get this guy out of here.
Antonio Arista is getting hammered by Sebastion Fundora. The Towering Inferno is doing that and developing.
And by the fourth, the referee had seen enough.
Looks like he don't even want to fight. That's
this one is over. A very good stoppage there. And undefeated Sebastion. Towering Inferno Fundora.
Donnie Marshall was next. Another undefeated prospect looking to derail the rise of the 21-year-old.
Fundora 11-0, Marshall 10-0. Man, Fundora just landed a great series of punches, 2 uppercuts in the left hand. But Marshall, I wonder if he's done growing, but I'll tell you, he's catching Donnie Marshall with three uppercuts right there. But left by Marshall and a right. Fundora came back with that left hook and then another. He takes a great punch, but I'll tell you, he's on you like a soup sandwich. He never stops. Yeah. Great right by Marshall. You see Fundora doesn't flinch. He doesn't change expressions. He gets hit square. Couple of right jabs. Fundora, then a left to the body. And then a fighter of the year. Who's had the advantage, Joe, over the first one? It's his biggest concern. Yeah, he saw what I saw on the tapes, but look, this Fundora is a bad dude.
And he's got Marshall hurt.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time right now because Marshall's not doing anything like he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be grabbing or move.
The Jerry Can, too, is ready to stop this fight. He's looking very close. He's a great referee. He'll protect the fighter in here. He's ready to stop. There it is.
Fundora's
in terms of this future of yours, you're only 21 years old. What do you want to accomplish starting in 2019?
Hopefully get ranked up, maybe top 5, maybe if anything's possible, maybe even fight a title fight. Who knows? Who knows where we'll be at the end of the year,
Reach out to me. I wouldn't even be able to hit him in a fight. Like, that's all you got to do, bro. You got like 90% of it.
February 2020 marked another step up. At 22, Fundora faced undefeated prospect Daniel Lewis on a stacked megacard. Lewis pressed forward, and the pair traded at close range, a decision that drew criticism.
Fundora was born in West Palm Beach, Florida, then moved to Southern California when he was 15. Resources of Fox and ESPN will try to get you an answer on that. Track that down.
Is Fundora an anomaly in the family, or is this a...
First bout of the night here on our heavyweight championship night. Have a very good-looking title fight coming your...
His 2 or 3 shots off. That's why he's having success.
So glad you're with us on this pay-per-view collaborative effort between ESPN and Fox, and that means the great gift of having the co-hosts, Ryan Kenny and Max Kellerman. BK.
Knock it.
But in the end, Fundora emerged victorious by unanimous decision.
I was ready for this type of fight this whole week. I was coughing. That's why my nose been easy. But it was a great fight. He brought it to. I knew he was going to bring a fight. The Olympian.
Seeking improvements, Fundora took on Nathaniel Gallimore.
Clearly, you see, this is an older veteran fighter trying to impose his will and strength on a younger kid.
That's right.
And it's a pretty good test.
Both of these guys are throwing power shots for sure. As right now, like Gallimore
usually have to fight someone. Gallimore got caught again there. Gallimore.
Round by round, Fundora broke Gallimore down with relentless pressure and volume.
Touching with making his head go back.
A lot of time left. Here in round 6, another hard shot. Gallimore trying to stay on his feet, but he's hurt. He's backing up.
Ray Corona's going to stop it. There it is.
And that's it. The Turno Sebastion.
4 months later, Habib Ahmed was next. And this one didn't last long.
154 is normal.
I was going to use that line.
Oh!
Hurt already.
He looks hurt. Fundora with the uppercut. Staying on the inside. And Ahmed in all.
Can you imagine how this looks to Ahmed? I mean, you know, this is an incredible sight to have this guy
Punching shots.
They're just, you know, it's hard to answer back because the reach factor, you know, you're getting hit with a guy that's got
I think that's why the referee stopped it.
He was waiting for Fundora to stop throwing punches at him. He never had an opportunity.
I agree with that.
Fundora is confident. I mean, he's got full leverage. He is teeing off.
I don't care what. He just knocked out a guy who's 27-1 with 18.
And that's against a guy with a last-minute opponent. And last time Nathaniel Gallimore was not top.
By May 2021, Jorge Cota was next. At just 23 years old, Fundora was closing in on a shot at the WBC World title.
Ooh, caught there. Oh, can't stay there and take a picture, as they say. Oh, a beautiful combination. Fundora nails him with a left hand earlier tonight, but he put a beating on them, and they just let it go inside and break each other down. Look at that combination. Good sharp, punctuated with a big left hand from Fundora, and Cota looks hurt.
Fundora looks like he's setting him up right now.
Big winging shots, those are landing. Cota trying to stay on his feet, trying to get out of trouble, trying to get close. Hey, Cota trying to stay on his feet. He's wobbled, on shaky legs, winging out his own hooks. Could be his last stand.
Cota's looking for that one punch.
Teeing him up. Firing from outside.
Referee's getting close.
Hard left hand.
Referee
and
steps in. Yeah, he's stopping it. He's stopping it.
Break.
It's another title eliminator. What do you say to the 154-pound division after this performance here tonight?
We're here. If you guys ready for war, we're here to take it. So bring it on.
Tall statue of a guy. You know, he's 6'6", 6'7", whatever they want to list him at. Of course, I got dynamite in both hands. I think anybody I get in the ring with, I'm capable of putting them out.
Fundora finally earned his shot at the WBC Interim World title against rising contender Erickson Lubin. The matchup promised fireworks, and from the opening bell, it delivered.
Uppercut, but now Lubin with a shot of his... A left hook landing for Lubin. Oh my goodness, down goes Lubin. Fundora, he's feeling it. Lubin is stunned. But he may make it out of the round.
Then out of nowhere, Lubin landed a shot that sent Fundora down for the first time in his career.
Stiff jab from Lubin. All right. There's a right hook. And now Lubin stuns Fundora. My goodness. Fundora's in trouble. Lubin letting him go. Fundora in major trouble. He is down. Fundora's down. What a performance by Lubin in an answer. 6, 7, 8.
Fundora quickly regained his composure and mounted pressure.
Goes into the body with that left hand. Uppercut connected by Fundora. Has him pressed in the corner. And another uppercut.
Lubin's corner had seen enough.
And now the fight is over.
The Fundora. I just want to go after all of them. You know, this is the interim belt, so I want the world champion title. So I want the real deal.
Carlos Ocampo was another test. Fundora needed to pass, and it promised another war. Early on, Ocampo boxed well, finding ways inside to land his shots.
By a left hand from Ocampo, so maybe he wants to actually use.
In here off short layoffs, 4 months for Ocampo and 6 months for Fundora. And Ocampo, this is
which is, or using it to his advantages, which is
jab here in the first 2 rounds of this important battle at 100.
Well, you know, Erickson Lubin landed 48% of his power.
But by the middle rounds, Fundora adjusted and began to hurt him.
Round main event.
Does that, what is he doing? He's using his height and reach, but still punching with power.
Round 7.
Hey, vivo, bien los huecos. Get that out.
He's not a boxing commentator, and neither is the commission. Just because he's not fighting up to the standards you want.
In the end, Fundora secured a unanimous decision victory.
27 body shot landed edge for Fundora as Ocampo tries to ratchet up the offense.
A very good point to bring up, Marl, and we came in pointing out that Ocampo, with those 9 knockdowns from the body, wanted to work the body, hasn't done it as much as he wanted to.
But I mean, can we agree?
Round distance. And Fundora and Ocampo giving each other a sign of respect, and we mentioned it already, Fundora having gone the 12-round distance. So what was a great figure in 12 rounds with...
No one expected, I don't think very few people expected Carlos Ocampo to go 12 competitive rounds with Fundora, or a lot of people did.
No, you're right.
And they thought if he had a chance in this fight would be by doing something dramatic with a knockdown or a knockout. He went 12 tough rounds with a very good fighter.
Competitive rounds, you said it out.
Well, with the winner of Charlo and Sue, hopefully, or any of the top 10, I'll take any of them.
After the long-awaited Jermell Charlo versus Tim Tszyu showdown collapsed, the division shifted and the belts fractured. That opened the door for Sebastion Fundora to stake his claim toward a world title. The final hurdle standing in the way was Brian Mendoza.
Round 1 scheduled for 12 at 154 pounds.
Fundora boxed well, using his reach to trouble Mendoza. It began to look like a routine night.
Lands upstairs for Fundora. Uppercuts now on the inside.
Keep trying.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. There's that uppercut.
Charles Dickens approves as we go to round number...
And again, Mendoza was trying to do, well, there it is. He's trying.
But in round 7, the unthinkable happens. Mendoza landed a perfect left hook that stunned Fundor, and the follow-up finished it.
How you doing? I'm good. You know, it's like a split second I turned off, but I guess that's boxing, right? It happens.
Did you question yourself?
Yeah, actually I did. But I kept that to myself. My family, my father, my sister, they keep me up. So if ever looking down, they'll put my head back up like, no, this is what we're doing. This is what we focus on.
As the division moved on, Tszyu, son of boxing legend Costa Tszyu, was emerging as the division's leading force and a growing pay-per-view attraction.
Yo, fat feet, slow. Man, look, in Australia, that's a small little, that's an island very far away. I did not know flat-footed Mexicans were born in Australia, Zoo.
Tszyu was set to headline a major pay-per-view against Keith Thurman, but with just 11 days remaining, Thurman withdrew due to injury. Behind the scenes, Fundora had been rebuilding quietly. So when the call came, he was ready, and the fight was elevated into a unification bout.
Out of left field, title shot replacing the injured Keith Thurman. And here now, invest to the body.
Yeah, just nice little cute thing. He gets you to bite on one thing and then comes to come another direction. Tripped over there.
This was a fight designed to make Tszyu look good, with the bookmakers firmly in his favor. And in the early rounds, he looked every bit the part.
Usyk, a nice lead left hand from Tszyu, and then Tszyu goes back to the follows. Fundora always wanted him to establish the jab, and it takes a cut on the head for him to do it.
I've done a lot of Fundora's fights, and believe me.
There's a right hand by Tszyu, a nice counter jab by Fundora. Now they're beginning to exchange a little.
But at the end of round 2, an accidental elbow opened a nasty cut above Tszyu's head, changing the course of the fight. The blood began to affect Tszyu's vision, and Fundora capitalized. Sharp combinations started landing clean on short notice.
Oh, nice left hand by Fundora lands on the jaw.
And I'm sure this was Fundora's plan all along.
Because right now, nice little uppercut by Fundora, but winning the last 2 rounds, his left uppercut right to the body. 2 little left hands, and he's picking away at Tszyu really bad.
Round by round, confidence grew as the blood continued to flow. Despite it all, both fighters kept fighting.
And neither fighter has scored a stoppage win.
Difficult for me, but hey, you know, I tried it and eventually I got the win. So I think that's what Tszyu needs to do. Exactly that. Let those hands go. Let her rip.
3 rounds just for doing that. Tszyu is scoring in this round. Fundora's coming back and getting it back and winning the round because of that.
15 seconds, and we will let Fundora and Tszyu play it out as we arrive at the end of the...
After 12 rounds in one of the bloodiest fights in recent boxing history, the split decision went to Fundora, who finally emerged as a unified world champion.
The towering Inferno, Sebastion Fundora.
Of course, he's a world-class fighter. He was a world champion for a reason. The way I won my belt, it's an honor to share the ring and make history with him.
I think the cut did, of course, did play a part a bit. Couldn't see anything, and there was plenty of blood, but no excuses. The better man won tonight. And
the circumstances surrounding the cut sparked controversy. Fundora knew he had to erase all doubt, and with Tszyu sidelined, Fundora defended his titles against Cordell Booker.
The jab! Out tactical start to the fight, Booker and Fundora both lefty. Saw Tszyu land the right hand last March against Fundora early in the fight.
Stay in there, body shots, uppercuts, and then turn him.
This is the most active output we've seen so far from Booker.
Put the pressure on.
Land those shots, and like I said, just step to the side, not going backwards.
Minute gone here in the fourth in round 3 fights ago. So even more offense from Sebastion Fundora, now going to the body.
Booker bleeding from the nose once again as the onslaught.
Uppercut. Oh, double uppercut on the inside. Booker backing up. Booker's hurt. Trying to hold on like the Booker Eagle in Las Vegas.
That's the second time Booker has been down in his career.
The first time was a bad loss, and it's over. Sebastion Fundora takes care of
Inferno, Sebastion Fundora.
the blood's sticky and it's like red, and it was like, the hell's going on? I need to win this fight, but I got all this stuff. I need to keep doing this. And
when the rematch with Tszyu arrived, Fundora entered with one objective: erase any doubt left by the first fight. And from the opening bell, Fundora struck like lightning.
Arena. This reminds me of the movie. It's just hard because there's no safe. There's places in the ring where you're like, I'm good here, not against Fundora.
Well, he's not doing the thing you're supposed to do. Gets us up. Hold up, he's getting
pummeled. That right hook hurt Tim Tszyu, and here comes the barrage of punches from Fundora. But you can't get careless because Tim Tszyu is looking for that shot. This is the only way Tszyu knows.
Fundora was a different fighter this time. Smarter, composed, and purposeful. He was methodically breaking Tszyu down.
He's got the advantage, God-gifted advantage, the height, the reach.
But it only matters if you know how to use it, and he's really learned how to use it in this fight.
Well, you can't use it if you don't believe in it.
Exactly.
He believes in the power of his left hand.
But that's the thing.
It was a straight shot that hurt Tim Tszyu once again. How will he deal with it? You've got to credit Tim Tszyu's heart here.
Tszyu responded with heavy shots of his own, refusing to back down as the exchanges intensified.
Tszyu may be hurt, but he is loading up with right hands.
And those are dangerous shots because Fundora's falling into him.
Downstairs, he hooked.
As both men traded, the fans were treated to another brutal war.
Tim Tszyu with strong momentum behind those right hands.
There's another right hand from Tim Tszyu. Now the first round that our unofficial scorer Larry Hazel gave to Tim Tszyu to make it a
faucet of blood from the nose of Fundora once more. And Larry in there.
It's time to work those shoulders as well. If you're Tim Tszyu, you're the smaller fighter, break them down. Shoulder shots.
Good exchange, and now from Fundora.
By Fundora, he's point. He's got to close the gap. Right there, he got close enough to land that hook.
Absolutely good start for...
I hope to audition for...
But by the end of the 7th, after sustained punishment, Tszyu could take no more and called it quits.
Fight is done! Sebastion Fundora retains his belt in the rematch against Tim Tszyu.
Super welterweight champion of the world, the towering Inferno, Sebastion.
Like how happy, we've been working on aggression our whole professional career, now we're just adding the length of our arms. I'm not growing no more. If anything, I'm gonna grow a little heavier, but right now my height is at a stable size, and now I'm not growing anymore. I don't think I'm growing anymore. I'm not drinking any more milk, so.
he's one tough mother. And I tried to give it everything, but I just couldn't do it. And victory belongs to Sebastion Fundora.
the best 154 pounder on the planet right now.